Okay, today, okay, today we are discussing about the syphilinum. Yesterday we have to some extent discussed about the syphilinum. This is the medicine which is prepared from the nozzle, and the syphilinum which is prepared from the nozzle, and it is one of the best medicine not only for the treatment of the syphilis, but it is useful for the syphilitic constitution, diabetes, temperament, mentality, and everything. Okay, some peculiar constitution sometimes you will find it. And apart from this, if you go in characteristic symptoms, if you go in the clinical symptoms, you can get something. Um, the criteria is that constitution and other. We should not run after the clinical condition because after the symptom, if the symptoms corresponds, we must be said the medicine. If there is no symptomatic relationship, we cannot prescribe. Even if the syphilitic patient is there. There are so many drugs for the syphilis. So syphilinium is not only the medicine, but we can prescribe on the basis of the syphilis or syphilinium, like this. Now, the yesterday to some extent we have discussed about the basic characteristics. Yet today I am giving some clinical idea about the characteristics and clinicals. And it is a the clinic if is for the clinically it is a medicine for the abscesses and succession of abscess. It means that there is an abscess which is very frequently comes very off and on and throughout the life, throughout the not only the year but throughout the life. Even not only the particular area, but it may be from different parts of the body and so on. So these are important medicine for the patient abscesses and as succession of the abscesses. Alcoholism. This is one of the best medicine for the patient of alcoholism because the alcoholism, this is also alcoholism, chronic heredity of alcoholism is also that is for alcoholism. For this is the first because chronic alcoholism, it also affecting not only the person individually, but also the whole society and the family. So chronic alcoholism is a destructive method. So hereditary causing for the alcoholic also syphilitic myeloma. And even not only that, there is some disease related to the anus and the feature of the aphasia. Feature of the anus is also important. And aphasia, there is the loss of breast, asthma, breast is very sensitive, and the pneumo is also there, and the constipation. So sometimes if the genital organs is become infected, sometimes they will find that the bubo or the constipation is there, and the pain in the inguinal glands are becomes infected. So crying of the infants, somewhere with the crying of the infant, this is another question. Why this is called this symptoms have been included? Because the crying of the infant, especially those who have been born in the syphilitic mill or those who have been syphilitic displaced or if there is a myosomal gland. So most of the time these babies are usually crying aggravation at night. That is a very important symptom of these drugs. Now, that is the question of the deafness. Deafness is also one of the very important and part of the medicine because if there is a deafness and the hoarseness from the very beginning, that also includes here. The delta rheumatism, also important, and dentition and the dentition defect, diplopia. There is a dysmenorrhea, epilepsy, headache, syphilitic, hoarseness, deformances, hoarseness, deformances, and so on. That there is a syphilitic iritis, the syphilitic leukorrhea of the syphilitic subjects, the infantile leukorrhea, we also have that if the mouth becomes ulcerated, then also. If there is the myopia, you know, well, that the defect in the visions and so on. The neural gears are also there, the night sweats, ophthalmia, within the otorium, all are due to the syphilitic myeloma, or if this problem is happened in some syphilitic family or the syphilitic history, then all. The otori is also there, the ovaries problem, affection of the ovary, and the uzina, the pancreas is also important, pure sepsis is also one of the important things. But in case of the pure sepsis or other medicine, you can consider the patients because the nervous system is also affected. That the symptoms is mostly related to the either urinary organs or the urogenital organs, even the rectum. So somehow, if the rectums are also involved and there is a piles, fistula, and any other complication, then you can have. Even then, the structure of the structure of the rectum is one of the very important medicine for these cases, and the sciatica, even the sciatica, which are mostly aggravation at night, and then you can think of this medicine because all the secreted margin have some aggravation at night and the other consequence of it certainly. Sleeplessness is also one of the important factors of these drugs. Sleeplessness is also very important of these drugs. Okay. Next number is that the sleep medication cannot go to the sleep at night and so on. Next number is the spine and caries of the spine is another because of the nerves are also the bones are also nerves are also important. Well established nerves. The eyeballs are also disturbed and the eyeballs very well from here. And structure of the eyeballs, the structure of any organs is also another important. The sunstroke, the syphilis, the tube, caries, decayed, throat, ulcerated, and pedia pains in the tongue, and pains in the ulcerated part also, pain in the tongue, and crack, ulcerated, ulcers, reflux, all are important in this. But apart from this, there are so many clinical symptoms maybe appear in anybody's life, but as per the symptomatically, we have to consider the characteristics organs, the implant, the value of the noses from the spinner, who has maybe treated some very brilliant cures. It has been provoked by the swan in the potency. So, and hidden schema. So the swan, Dr. Swan has inventor of the that is the nosal medicine. So that swan is the father of the nosals, it is to be said. But apart from this, so many nosals are also proved by the pioneers of the humanity, Harry, Honeyman, and so on. So even the cane, a body, so on. From which the mind is to be taken, comprise, and disease symptoms now. Okay. Next number include the symptoms which have generally the name and the disease attended. The clear cases of secondary syphilis and mark is SS secondary syphilis. It provides the widespread distribution of the syphilis, acquired and hereditary. So the virulence and the persistence of the virus give this nozzle a high degree of importance in homeopathic practice. It has been mainly almost exclusively employed by those who are familiar with the using the high attenuations. This means high potency. I have used no potency more than the 200. I rarely repeat the dose of not than once a week. So it has the particular potency has been given to particular cases, but not in every cases. It can be given as per the difference concern, as per intensity concern, as per the deep-seated concern, the potency will be, but not below the 200, because measure should be given not below that 200, but in certain cases there is some exceptional cases are there, conditions there. The leading feature of the disease are the clinics, the use of the remedy, the first importance of the night by going to mountains and all complaints of prevention during the night is also very important. Research in anus and rectum is also very important. Research in anus and rectum is also very important. To indicate ulcers at mouth of anus whatsoever so and slight itching of the anus is the primary syphilis. So this is very important to the syphilitic manifestation in case of the rectum and anus and some here. The pupillity is that the pupillity is that is the mostly the individual and next number now urinary organs. The urinary organs which is of the in eaching of the orifices, eaching of the orifices is also more important. Okay, and a sensation eaching of the eaching of orifice of the urethra, a sensation is also important. Then a sensation In the morning, I'm going to urinate. Sensation in morning, I'm going to urinate. As if male urethra are stuffed up or clogged. That is also important. About an inch from the orifices, scalding urine, urinations, difficult and very slow, no pain, no pain or no pain, and but a month of power, so that he has so that he has and it is strained urine infrequent, not oftener than of once a 24 hours. Scanty of a golden yellow color is very important, and profuse urination after fuel passed during night, nearly a cheerful, rich, rich lemon yellow scant urine, frequent urging to urinate all night, at least from 7 p.m. until 5 p.m. is also there. So we will find it. So it is also one of the important medicine for the cases of the so this is also this will in case of the mental so many disease conditions. So in case of the men, in case of the men, sexual organs, shankar on prepuce, vivos are also there. Burning in shankar, side of a split pea, and on prepuce have not corona glandis. So there is some spot which is present. There is a burning sensation, and there is the shankar on the penis. Third in 2 years, all of same spot taking in genitals could not sit still for over a month after suppressed center disease attack testes and scrotum. It became painful and swollen. This was supposed to be used, but ever since, every few weeks, if exposed at all to damp weather, would be seized with the pain as if in kidneys, seemingly traversing ulcers. Immediately comes going to the ureters, but instead of the tail passing into bladder, followed spermatic cord down going into the testes, pain, agonizing, chiefly cord, in present attack, pain right, the picking in center, secondly, spreading rapidly, vivos commencing in groin, inflammation and involution of spermatic cord. So these are the signs symptoms, especially in case of the male sexual organs, but also it affects the female sexual organs similar. The seminal organs, uterus, and all surrounding parts are loose, the soft and flabby, and profuse thick yellow leukorrhea, constant pain across small of the back, yellow offensive leukorrhea, watery or not. So profuse it, daily soaps through napkins, runs to the heel of stockings, if march on her feet, profuse urinaria, aggravation and night, in sickly, nervous children, inherited syphilis, soreness of the genitals, and mucopurulent discharge in a child, active discharge causing violent itching and inflammation of external organs, and aggravation at night from warmth of bed past very tender, itching and inflammation, ammunition during menses, nocturnal aggravation of ovarian pain, preventing sleep. Shown on right labia majors extending to menstruation painful 2 weeks to soon. Pink red, right, profuse, running feet for some days. Napkins was easily painful menstruation, sensitiveness of was uteri. Aggravation to intolerable pain at menses or on introducing a finger or pain. Frequently causes abortion, sharp zigzag shooting pains in the region of uterus, ovaries, congested and inflamed. Tendency to ovarian tumors, showing in ovarian region, extending to right with jutting pains, left ovary swollen during pregnancy at moment of orgasm. Start cutting pain like a knife, and twice there is a smarting as of a shore, ovary swell, showing so much that its IV sense shape could easily be felt through abdominal walls, caused by the BVM, uterine and ovarian diseases with pronounced nervous disorder, especially in married women, mammosensitivity touch, feeling sore, and duvenesis at other times. The respiratory organs, it has also so many symptoms which are very important to now. The respiratory organs, which has the major role, even not only that, it gives organization types of signs and symptoms which indicate the syphylinum. Hoarse, almost complete apnea, deadly fermentation, disease, cartilaginous of larynx, tertiary syphilis, chronic asthma in summer, especially when weather was warm and damp, most frequently in evening, passing of at daybreak, pain and operation on the bifurcation of bronchi and in larynx. It has served to break attacks of spasmodic bronchial asthma, attacks of bronchial asthma for 25 years. They come on only at night after lying down or during a thunderstorm. So it is aggravation at night, bronchitis, bronchia, and larynx, bifurcation, pain, and begging is important aggravation during the thunderstorm. Producing most intense nervous insomnia, entirely preventing sleep for days and nights, violent attack of the dyspnea, wheezing and rattling of the mucus from 1 to 4 a.m. This is very important. Cough, hard, cough, aggravation night. When it is continuous, preventing sleep, hard, constant cough, with teeth, yellow, tasteless, and expectorations, dry, rattling cough, with teeth, purulent expectorations, caused by sensations of gasping, a scratching in throat, always at night. So all complaints which is aggravation in night is very important. Whooping cough, the terrible vomiting, cannot lie on right side, as if causes a new dry cough, mucopurulent expectoration, grayish, greenish, yellow, tasteless expectoration without cough. White clear, white, the disturbance are white, feels like round balls and rushes into the mind. So this is most important. Next, the chest is relatively in chest and throat, soreness of the chest, weight and vision irritability, inability to retain and recumbent position in winter, recumbent position in winter, severe bronchial cough succeeded as conjugated a regular type of chills and fever developed. Suffered from this many years ago, pain in center of the chest as if skin were drawn up. On drawing the head back, lack of sleep, produces a sudden heaviness and sinking sensation in the chest. These spells succeeded each other during a single night. Operation of chest to such an extent as almost to arrest the beat. Asthma caused by sensation as its sternum being gradually drawn toward the dorsal vertebra, expansion of the chest difficult, confusion of mind as the unconsciousness might follow. Sensation of pressure under the upper part of the sternum, pain and pressure behind the sternum, angina pectoris, eye problem. Even not only that, there is a ptosis of the eyes, facial paralysis, left-sided slight aphasia, impotency, relieved by exudative heart eruption on the chest. Heart. Lancing pain in the heart at night from the waist apex, maybe even as a reverse. Valvular disease of the heart is very important. Neck and back, heavy feeling stiffness from base of the neck, full muscles and pulse. Carries of cervical spine with great curvature in the same region, directly forwarded, in the curvature always aggravation of mind. No proof of syphilis, enlargement of the cervical glands, and a number of pendulas pedunculated in head, what's on the neck, cured by the cytocytinum. Hereditary syphilis girls, that is also important. So these are the very characteristic symptoms of the drugs, enlargement of the glands in different parts of the body, particularly abdomen and neck, indurated and slightly painful, causing a sensation of fulmination, suffocation in the fish, throat and the head, enormous swelling of the glands of the head and neck, Hodgkin's disease. In case of Hodgkin's disease, rigidity of the muscles, heavy dragging, dull feeling in the region, want of elasticity, great pain in the back of the kidneys, regional aggravation of elimination, pains commencing in sacral regions, internally and apparently coming around the uterus. Pain at coccyx at its junction with the sacrum, sometimes the lower sacral vertebra, aggravation on sitting with a sensation of its swelling, though it is not, it is a dorsal vertebra with acute curvature for 5 months. Every night, most intense neuralgic pain, commencing generally from between the 5 to 7 p.m. Never terminated till after 5 a.m. So aggravation by distribution and slight ambulation by one pinkish. Swasepsis first, then right, first, swasepsis first left, then right, nocturnal aggravation of pains in the back, hips and the thigh. The limbs, aching pain in the limbs like growing pain, gradual rigidity of all joints after reactions, flexure seams, contracted rheumatic failures. So, so the reconstructive area from the swellings. So contracted swellings, the limbs, the rheumatic swellings of the wrist of the big toe, blue sweat, it pains as if somebody saw the bones with a dull stone. Animation the heat of the stroke. Aggravation from sundown to sunrise, no appetite, has lasted 2 weeks. Rheumatic feeling of numbness in palms and cells. At times, a quick sensation as if numbed parts are punctured by great number of injuries. Excruciating arthritis, swelling, heat and redness intense. Rheumatic muscles and kept in hard muscle lungs, upper limbs, rheumatism of shoulder, rheumatism of the shoulder joint, or insertion of the deltoid is there. Aggravation from raising from the lateral can swallow only. Raise arms to a right angles with axilla. Trying to force them higher curve. Muscles suddenly becomes paralyzed and They are just job pendant and lameness and pain of the arm and motion. Lameness of the pain and armness of the motion is also important. So, aggravation arising young informed as if position. Pain located into the about the insertion of the deltoid. In upper third of the humerus, not painful to pressure, not painful to pressure, fingers and thumbs have, have run around infantile, infantile syphilis. So, we located about the insertion of the deltoid upper thumb, not painful to pressure, fingers and thumbs have around, around infantile syphilis, always washing their hands. Hands that be less uncertain on that second finger swollen and stiff. Lower limbs, the lower limbs is also very important, and swelling of the legs firmly down. Swells painful when standing on them, swelling goes down in the morning, comes back at night. Pains in lower extremity. Pains in lower extremity on the at night pains in lower extremity excruciating excruciating completely vanishes, aggravation from fermentation, annihilation of powering cold water on them, cannot stick in a nature, and the arms spread down, owing to loss of the control over knees and hip joint, pains in long bones of lower extremity, also in the joints, also in the joints, dull pain over back of the feet, because begins in begins in and water from the cannot sit in a nature. The squat down owing to the loss of the control over the knee and um, hip joint. Pains in long bones of the lower extremities. So pains and dull pain over the back to feet to toes begin soon and getting into the bed, lasting until 45 in 40 to 3 inches, intense cold pain in both legs. Aggravation come on every night, on lying down, lasting all night. Ammunition by getting up and walking and in warm weather. Pain in three toes, in for fools, toes, root as if this joint, slightly contraction of the tendons and beneath the knee, psoas sepsis, tearing pains in the feet and the thigh, hip of the bones are there, aggravation at night, about daybreak, ammunition by walking. So, ammunition not affected by the weather, improved. Redness and rawness, redness and rawness is there, and the pain in the feet full side of this joint, slightly contracted tendons are beneath knee, psoas sepsis, tearing pains, hip, hip and thigh, high walking, and between the toes, devours with the pain in spot on middle or right thighs in front, one only when standing and on deep pressure, which seems to touch spot which was apparently on previous skin. To all such large than a crown, issues dirty sinking, sopping with jet elevated edges, one of the thighs above patella another type TBA. Listen, this is also one of the uh, books which are meditative, but I think it does not give a total clue about the total understanding about the mathematical. These are the nothing but we are talking about the representation pocket. So let it be. I'm giving some instructions about the mathematical, about the syphylinum, the mental symptoms of the gustulation, apart from this mathematical of the John handicraft and so on. Because this is given written in the essay type, but it does not really give some any evidences. But for the purpose of the prescription, some other things should be there, which I'm telling you that is the very important. So mental symptoms of the syphilis is the loss of memory, apathetic, indifferent, afraid of the night, falling of the hair, some nocturnal pain, salivation, mouth weakness, vomiting, intolerance of the light, wrinkled face, emaciation, cracks along the center of the tongue, sleepless, night sweats, etc. ACLN writes syphilitis are patients who have center treated by local means and as a result have suffered from throat and skin troubles for years and nearly always benefited by this remedy at commencement of treatment of illness. Some other remedies here indicated. Mentally loss of the memory, cannot remember names of the books, persons, places, etc., dates, events, etc. Arithmetical calculations, difficult and seems to be quite a business. The peculiarity is that the patient distinctly remembering everything previous to the illness, but absent-minded, insane, not only absent-minded, but there may be a gas condition of the mind. And in the case of females, it will be noticed that she is all the time washing her hands. All an irresistible impulse to washing the hands. Lastly comes imbecility, syphilitic insanity, despondence, hopeless, desperate to recovery, does not think will ever get better. Fear feels as if going insane or about to be paralyzed. So there is a feeling of paralysis sensation, fear of going to be paralyzed, of disease. Fears that fears the night and the suffocation, suffering from exhaustion on agony. The dread of night on account of mental and physical exhaustions and night pollution lays bare in the morning interior. The dread of the night is intolerable, much so that death is preferable. Terrible dread of night when symptoms get aggravated. Praise for the morning as if the dread, the complaints and dread of night disappears. This is sudden sundown to sunrise aggravation. Sitting in our head. Not only the dread of the night, but also dread of the morning. Cross and nervous, irresistible, and peevish. We become very nervous, works much of the time, eats the cause. Eyes become dull, upper is swollen, face pale, earthy complexion, shows on the lips and the chin, tongue red and thick, two deep cracks running long lines each, one of each side of the median line, bated breath, an offensive body odor, aversion to meat, no desire to eat, as a matter of the fact that is an aversion to all food. Whether it is there is only longing for the alcoholic drinks, chronic constipation, itching of the orifice of urethra, frequent urging to urinate in at night, biting sensation in different parts of the body as if bitten by the bugs at night time. Great restlessness at night is being impossible to keep legs in one position, absolute sleeplessness, wakes women after midnight and cannot sleep till 6 a.m. Hair falls off, feeling of the cold air, blowing on the eyes, intense photophobia, aggravation in general, Patient feels worse at night and from sunrise, sunset to sundown to sunrise. They cannot tolerate extreme cold or extreme heat, damp weather, warm damp weather, tail upon syphilis. Feels worse is seashell. So this medicine has aggravation in the seashell that is very important. Next thing, the warm temperature weather, tails of syphilis, patient feels worse at seashell. Aggravation relating to the particular symptoms, complaints worse at night from sundown to sunset, from damp weather, during thunderstorm, in winter and seashell. The aggravation in winter in the seashell during the thunderstorm is important. All symptoms worsening, refuse yellow urticaria worsening, nocturnal aggravation of night, ovarian pains, preventing sleep, hard cough, worse at night, primitive session, preventing sleep, pains in the hips, thigh, back and bones are all worse at night. Neuralgia sciatica, headache, asthma, coughs, worse than from sunset to sunrise, utter prostration in morning or waking, bracket in the region of the kidney, worse after urination, complaints are worse in winter as well as in the heat of the summer, asthma, which appears during thunderstorm. So any from asthma, which appears during thunderstorm, it is a very important medicine. Next, annulation, if you see the annulation, like the mountains, when the patient is comfortable and relating to the particular symptoms, headache, cause, about the day headache, warmth and rush, headache, ophthalmic pain, better by the cold water, and pain in the legs, better from powering cold water in them. So, these are the basic symptoms. If you see the general lower limb swelling of the limbs, knees down, shows painfully when standing on them, swelling goes down in morning, comes back at night, pains in your extremity, escaping, completely banning the sleep, activation, half communication, animation, pouring cold water on them. Cannot sit in a low chair or squat down, owing to loss of control over the knee and hip joint, pains in long bones of lower extremities, also in joints, dull pain over backs of the feet to toes. Began soon after getting into bed, lasting until 4 to 4 a.m. for 2 to 3 inches intense cold pain in both legs. Aggravation common every night on lying down, lasting all nights. Aggravation of getting up and walking, and in one weather, pain in 3 toes of the right foot, as it is jointed, slight contraction of the tendons, beneath knee abscesses, tearing pain in the hip and thigh, aggravation at night, about the daybreak, but aggravation by walking, not affected by the weather. Redness and rawness, with terrible itching between the toes, terrible itching between the toes.